Now joining us to talk about the subsidy removal and the lingering fuel scarcity issue we are currently battling with. We have Gbolahan Olejide, who is the CEO of Swift Oil Limited and a financial expert. Thank you so much for joining us at this time.
Yeah, good evening. The title is slightly wrong. I'm no longer with Swift Oil for some years. I'm
All
a
right. All right, so there's been so much back and forth with regards to, the removal and payment of fuel subsidy. Does the position of government reflect today's reality?
it's a fairly complex space that we're talking about. Removal of subsidy. Even when you say removal of subsidy, I'm asking myself, as we're speaking now, is subsidy removed? I don't think so. It was removed for a bit, maybe a couple of months, thereabout. After that, we went back into a subsidy regime. And the subsidy that exists in the PMS space today is probably bigger than any other subsidy we have seen in history before. So it's a huge subsidy that we have right now. So when we now talk about subsidy removal, we must start asking what removal exactly, because there is a lot of subsidy as we speak in that PMS space.
All right, so Nigerians remains at the receiving end with long queues at petrol stations. Is there going to be an end in sight anytime soon?
I hope so. Like most citizens, issues of fuel scarcity, I grew up to find it on Nigerian roads. Decades after, it has not gone away. It is a shame that a country that is a producer of crude, that has at some point had refineries that were working, and today has both private initiatives and attempt to bring the public refineries into work, is still facing this kind of problem. It is such a shame. So it's difficult to know whether we are near where we can say, oh, we will stop, we'll be able to stop the fuel scarcity problem. Because even as we speak today, neither the private refineries nor the public refineries are producing PMS in any quantity near what we need as a country. So maybe some of the private ones are producing some small stuff. The public ones are not even producing anything. So are they going to produce? We don't even know. Those public sector, are they going to produce? We don't know until we see the production. So it has become a sit-down look situation. Until we see it, then we believe it. For now, it remains the hope that someday we'll be able to move past where we are right now.
Refinery, is there any hope for any of the nation's refinery to jack back to life?
Well, the private ones are likely to be able to come on stream if they are supported to come on stream and start producing PMS. Of course, they are producing kerosene. They are producing other fractions, so to say. But PMS is a bit different. It's different both in terms of the technology end of things and also in the pricing side of things. So, as far as the public refineries is concerned, I've been in this, we've been in this. It will start producing next week. It will be next month. It will be next month. And it has been next month that never arrived. So until we actually see it, it remains a hope. Nobody knows whether those public refineries will ever produce or when they will produce until we see it. For the private refineries, the chances are that it will happen for them if we support them to make it happen. Otherwise, we've all read the stories about how all of a sudden, by the time the Dangote refinery is ready, we don't have crude to provide to Dangote. Before, the problem was the reverse. There was no functional refineries. We were just exporting crude. Now that they said, oh, refinery is here now, there is no crude to give to the refinery. So when all the stakeholders come together and decide that we want this thing to happen, then we can all sit together, find the modalities, and make it happen for us. It is not brainstorming, it is not magic. Smaller countries are refining petroleum products and are selling to their people. Why not Nigeria?
All right, so finally, before I let you go, what would you suggest to be a quick fix or measures to address the challenges Nigeria is faced with as it relates to energy and petroleum sector?
Well, the real thing we need to do at this juncture is for all the stakeholders to sit down, put Nigeria first, and let us support those initiatives in refinery to come to life. If they come to life, the chances are much higher that we will have regular supply, number one. Number two, we will be able to save some of those forex that we spend importing this product. Number three, we probably will produce more than we need and we can export and earn foreign exchange as a country. So let us put together, put Nigeria first, solve this problem, and we can have a better country as far as energy is concerned.
All right, so thank you so much. That was Gbolahan Olojede, who is a financial expert. Thank you for joining us at this time.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now we'll quickly go back to this. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on Wednesday said the commission is set for the issuing of permanent voters' card PVCs to those that participated in the last registration exercise in Edo State tomorrow, Thursday, 22nd of August 2024. This was made known by the State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Anubem Onoha, while briefing journalists ahead of the distribution at the Commission's headquarters in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Correspondent Dele Fason has more.
Addressing journalists, the Edo INEC Reg said the voters' card will be issued to residents where they registered, as he added that the commission has rectified items damaged by flooding at the headquarters.
These cards will be issued to the registrar where they registered, and this exercise will take place from the 22nd of this month. That one will be 5 days. After that, it will now go to the local government head office of the commission, and that one will be from 28th to 7th of September. You are also aware that something happened to us. We were affected by the flood that damaged our fence. We have been able to do that.
On the continuous voters registration exercise, he stressed that the cards are ready despite the people not giving the commission a chance.
Recently, we did continuous voters registration. When we started that exercise, some of you were pessimistic that they will not get the card. But to the glory of God, that card had been printed and given to us. The national body, the commission, has given us those cards. And in Edo, we have a total of 119,206 new that were registered. In addition, we have 8,847 voters transferred from their registration within the state.
The Edo governorship election is expected to take place on the 21st of September 2024. From Edo State, Dele Fason reporting for Galaxy TV News.
You're still on to Galaxy News. We'll quickly take a break and when we return, the news continues. Just stay with us. We're glad to have you back. Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle with Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTVNews. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. You can also avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share a story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live update and comments. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, has said Nigeria needs to attract more resources that it has to fund its development agenda. For this to happen, the nation must develop a sound financial system with integrity. He spoke at the management retreat of the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit in Abuja, noting that the 2050 Agenda of National Aspiration requires investment at least $100 billion annually to achieve a GDP per capita of $33,000 or more by 2050. The minister revealed that the current financing level is smaller than that, but explained that President Bola Tinubu's administration has undertaken bold and courageous economic reforms to boost its revenue. To buttress his point, he cited the $20 billion federal budget size, which he said was too small compared with other countries like Brazil and Indonesia, which have similar population sizes and have $750 billion and $210 billion budget respectively. The minister explained that Nigeria needs a sound financial system to attract domestic and foreign investment to finance its development plans. The federal government has unveiled National Youth Dialogue to promote cooperation among Nigerians. The aim is to bridge the gap between citizens and the government. Minister of State for Youth Development, Olawande Ayodele, unveiled the dialogue program in Abuja on Wednesday, stated that the dialogue will enable youth to explain and bring up to government initiative and talks about the government of the country. He added that dialogue can further promote youth engagement with government. The minister reiterated the commitment of the ministry to continue to create opportunities to support the youth to thrive. He also cited that dialogue is very important at this critical stage of the nation's development. Those present during the unveiling are the special advisors, a senior special advisor to governors, youth parliament, and various youth organizations.
And make sure that we move Nigeria forward, because nobody will come and do it for us. It is we ourselves, regardless of whichever state we come from, ethnic groups, whatever we call it. We've made up our mind to come together, to cooperate. This dialogue is going to be a sitting that all of us will sit together and make sure that we go down deep to the problem we are facing, so that at the end of the day, we will not continue discussing the problem. We want to start discussing the solution.
The concept is to have 774 local governments represented, irrespective of your political party, irrespective of your religion or tribe or where you come from. Because whether we like it or not, Nigeria is at a melting point, with over 60% of our population being young people, and with a very strong disconnect between the leaders and the led. It is important that we bring ourselves together to dialogue, talk to ourselves. What are the problems and how can we solve the problem?
This event represents more than a dialogue. It's a powerful convergence of ideas, energy, and commitment.
And I'll move over to the foreign desk for more news.
This is news from the international scene. Violence continued at the Lebanese-Israeli border after new Israeli airstrikes killed 2 people in southern Lebanon, Lebanese security sources and the Health Ministry said on Wednesday. These happened hours after at least 20 were injured in a separate attack. Israeli strikes hit 2 areas early on Wednesday, one in Beit Leaf and another in Al-Wazane. 1 person was killed in each location, the ministry said. The Israeli military said it hit a car in Beit Leaf near the Israeli border. It said the target was a Hezbollah terrorist. In response to the attack in Beit Leaf, the pro-Iranian militia Hezbollah claimed to have sent a suicide drone into northern Israel. The movement also claimed several attacks on Israeli targets, including one in the Golan Heights. According to Israeli emergency services, a man was injured by shrapnel when a rocket hit his home in Katzrin in the Golan. Israeli media reported heavy damage in the town and near a military base which was targeted by Hezbollah in the Golan. Overnight, a person was killed in an Israeli airstrike on eastern Lebanon. At least 20 people were also injured, among them children, in the strikes that targeted Nabi Shit near the ancient town of Baalbek in the northeast of the country, the Health Ministry said. Hezbollah said that the dead man was one of its members.
And that's all we have on Ghana.